Okay, this is how Mother told me the stories of Daddy romancing her. Uh, but you have to kind of pick up the impression that you get about both of them when they were young. Dad was basically unrefined. Um, he had very few social graces. He wasn't the kind of guy that the women would go running for. Now, Mother was, she was a beautiful woman, and she had social graces. And men were nuts about her. And basically, Don Gustavo didn't have a chance to get Tilly. But he tried. So when one of the first things he succeeded in doing was to get her to take little walks with him. So this would have been at Moody Bible Institute in Chicago. So they would take little walks together. But whenever he would start to make little hints that he liked her, she would totally reject them. I mean, basically, she would let him know that no, this was they were just friends, and you know, at a certain point, he started to get a little more insistent. And at one point, according to her, I wasn't there, but according to her, she just said blunt things to him that she could never marry him. She could no more marry him than she could do something else impossible, and I forget what that something else was, but she was quite emphatic about that. But the way he wore her down was that his reputation at Moody was that he was such a good person. He was such a good person, but that wasn't the clincher. The clincher was that he wanted to be a missionary, and she wanted to be a missionary. And at a certain point, he was the logical choice for her, even though he wasn't the choice from the point of view of a natural matching, because they weren't naturally matched. He was not up to her level. But Mother told me all of this in all, you know, in all love and kindness for him. That's the way it started. It wasn't a real smooth kind of thing at all. It was almost painful. If you saw a movie of it with good actors, you would feel tension. You would feel tension in their early courtship. But he was persistent. He was patient, persistent, but he was just totally in love with her, and she was not totally in love with him, you know, but it was the right thing to do, you know, so she eventually went along with it, and so she was very happy when she told me this story, but it was a believable story the way she told it, you know, and it kind of fits.